what's up? It's Jackie. So I am doing a multi-channel tag with a bunch of my girlfriends here on YouTube. And it is called the Bonkers for Blush and Bronzer tag. And we're basically, they came up with the idea for this tag because all of us girls have different skin tones. We obviously have different makeup preferences. So it's a really good way to see kind of like from a variety of people their favorite blushes and bronzers, their tips and tricks. So I will link below all the other girls' channels so you can check them out. Everybody is amazing, and let's just jump right into this. So I have the questions on my phone. So, okay, it says, finding a blush or bronzer shade that works with your skin tone can seem never-ending. What is your skin tone, and what blush and bronzer shades work best for you? I am olive complected. I'm Italian, so I am a little on the warmer side of the, you know, skin tone. I have like a medium skin tone that tans easily. So I can go with really dark bronzers for like a contour. And like I kind of grew up with the notion that you found one type of blush that worked for you and you wore it like all the time. Like if you were a brunette with warm skin, you should wear a peach tone blush, and that's the only thing that you should wear ever. Well, as I've been playing with makeup more and discovering, you know, that basically you can wear any sort of blush that your little heart is content with wearing, I wear like every color blush in the universe, from, you know, mauve tones to more red tones to more, you know, even lilac tone blushes. I think really what I tend to do with my blush is one of the last things that I put on, and I really try to match it with my makeup and my outfit. So if I'm going for more of a pinky toned look, I'm going to wear more of a pinky tone blush. You know, I just kind of suit it to my mood more than anything. But here are some of the blushes that I love. This one is from Coastal Scents. This is for their Forever blush. This is in the shade Beautiful. It's a really pretty, it's a berry tone, but it's like a mauve berry tone. I'm wearing this one, today actually. I also have a couple more here to show you that even if it looks scary, I mean, these come out so beautiful. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Bella Rosa, and it looks like a really hot pink in the pan, but it shears out it shears out beautifully on your face. It just gives you, like I find with brighter blushes, and I think some people are afraid with brighter blushes that they're going to end up looking like clownish or cartoony, but you can sheer out anything to make it wearable. Even this one, this is another one of my favorite shades of blushes, this like corally red tone shade, and it looks so scary in the pan, but once you have it sheared out on your cheeks, it looks so beautiful. For bronzers, I like a more cool toned bronzer instead of like a warm tone bronzer. I don't like bronzers that have a lot of orange in them. This one is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I really like this one. It's a really nice, you know, just a cool toned bronzer. It doesn't have any shimmer in it because I really like to use my bronzer to contour. So those would be my picks. Next. It says, everyone fears at one time or another that wearing the wrong shade of blush will leave them looking reminiscent of Bozo the Clown. This is what I just said. Cheer it up, people. It says, what tips or tricks would you suggest to avoid this not so cute situation? First of all, no, it is not cute when you have way too much blush on. I've done it, and it's not cute. So the number one trick that I would have is when you are putting your blush on, you want to take a nice fluffy brush. All I do, you can always add more. It's so much easier to add more than to wipe your whole face off. I mean, let's be real. I tap it in, I dip it in, I tap it off, and then that's usually like where I'll start, you know, my blushing. And you can always add more and build it up. But if you get built up a little too much and you're like, oh crap, I just ruined my face, the tip that I like to use is I will take whatever brush that I use to put my powder on. I almost always use my e.l.f. Kabuki face brush, and I will just go over where the blush was to make it look more sheared out. You know, it'll just kind of fix anything. It'll blur in the lines. It'll blend it out. You'll get a little bit of correctness from the powder that's still left on the blush, and it will help you not look like a clown, and that's important. Next question. Okay, it says bronzing and contouring is all the rage these days, but with the trend comes the fear of looking muddy, too dirty, or too orange. I don't even want to start with my liquid. Okay, you know the one, like, okay, if you have ever been on Pinterest, you'll see the pin where the girl has like all these, you know, like cream contouring lines and like highlight all over her face. I did that and it literally looked like somebody pooped on my face. Like, just to be real, it looked like somebody took a dump on my face. It was not cute. I had to wash my whole face and start again. So it says, what bronzing or contouring product do you think is wearable for all skin tones? What tips and tricks do you get to get chiseled cheekbones and a sun-kissed glow? Okay. I think my best tip for finding something that is going to look right in your contour is if you have a powder that you really love, which for me, it's my Milani Multitasking face powder. I am like straight up obsessed with this. The shade I'm normally in is tan, which is this shade right here. I picked the next darkest shade, which is medium tan, and I'll use this for my contour. Now, the nice thing about picking face powders over actual bronzing powders to use as your contour is that face powders usually do not have shimmer in them. They usually don't have sparkle in them. They're usually a nice matte, and they're usually going to be a nice skin toned color. So you're gonna have problems finding one that's weird and orange looking. Oh, hello. You know, it's just gonna be a nicer match and blend for your skin tone. So if you just go one shade darker from your powder, you'll be able to get a really nice contour. I really like to make sure that I am contouring right under where my cheekbone is. Like, if you feel here, you can feel the bone, and then you can feel like the hollow where your bone goes away. I really like to contour right there. I take it up to the top part of my ear, and I like to pull down. I like to make it a little you know, thicker towards my ear. I also contour all around my hairline, on the sides of my forehead, and then under my jawline, especially being in front of this light. It's really harsh and I'm washed out easily, so I find if I don't contour, my face looks like it has no definition. So it is kind of a must-have. And also, if you're gonna contour, you need to highlight too. Like, you kind of need both. So if you're going to take some areas of your face that you're trying to, you know, by contouring, you're trying to recess those areas, make them look smaller. Highlighting is essentially the opposite. You want to make, you know, those features stand out more. I will put, like, you can use a shimmer highlight or a matte highlight. It doesn't really matter. Just anything that's lighter than your skin tone, you can put right up here on your cheekbones. I like to put it sometimes on my brow bones, a little bit on your cupid's bow, down the bridge of your nose. It will do a world of good. Next. It says, for those of us beauties on a budget, what affordable blushes and bronzers would you recommend? Okay, so Wet n Wild wins this hands down. Okay, this, and they have a highlight too. So I'm going to show you all of them. This is their huge bronzer that they have. They also have, okay, they call this a bronzer too, but it's not. It's a highlight. This is the Wet n Wild highlight. This is like the most perfect. I mean, it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's not super duper sparkly. The bronzer has a little bit of sheen to it, but again, it's not sparkly, so it could be very easily used for contour. It's a nice tone. It's not like too orange or anything. It actually is very similar in tone. This is the NARS Laguna, in case you're wondering, and they're very similar. And then these are all the Wet n Wild blushes that they have in their collection. This one is one of my favorites. It's this Heather Silk color. It's a really nice matte blush, but these are like under $3. You can find Wet n Wild products almost everywhere, like any sort of drugstore. That's going on my leg. And I mean, you just can't go wrong. For, you know, $12, you can like own like the entire collection. So I would highly, highly recommend. Okay, and then it says we all have our Holy Grail items that we're constantly reaching for. What's the one blush and one bronzer and one tool that you would never be without? Well, the bronzer is actually a pretty recent find. This is the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. Now, it looks a little bit light in the pan, but I love this bronzer. I've been reaching for this constantly. I use it to contour almost every single day. It blends out really well. I think that for my skin tone, it's a really, you know, nice, it has just that enough, you know, of a difference to actually be able to show up as a contour. I love that one. And then this is by Too Faced, and this is their Sweethearts blush, and this is in the shade Peach Beach. Now, this does not look like much, and these were on sale for the steal of 21 Days of Beauty. I almost didn't pick this one up because I was like, I mean, it just didn't really do anything for me in the pan, and it has become easily like one of my most favorite blushes. It just is the most beautiful color. I mean, it's like one of those blushes that goes with everything. Like, no matter what I'm wearing, no matter how I'm doing my makeup, I can put this on and it will be perfect. I like it also because it does have a little bit of shimmer in it. This side of the heart is actually more shimmery, so you can kind of concentrate right here and then pick up a little bit of this for your highlight. So it's a really nice, almost 2-in-1 product. You're getting the blush and the highlight. And then I've got to give a shout out to these little, I love my Diva Beauty brushes, and I have been using those a lot to contour, but these are what comes with me when I travel, and these are like my little 2 workhorse brushes. I got these, they're by Eco Tools. I got these in a little 5-piece set. It's like their little travel set, and this comes with also other like workable brushes. Now, these said something on them before, like what they were used for, but I use the one that has like this little bit of a flatter edge. I use this as my contour because I feel like it can fit in there really well, and then I can turn it this way to blend it out. And then I use the little tapered one as my blush brush, and I think that's just the perfect size to kind of get, you know, where I want it on my cheeks. And I love that they're little and weensy and travel friendly, and yeah, that's amazing. So go check out my other lovely ladies who are doing this blush tag. Thank you for including me in this tag, and I hope you ladies, you know, learned a little bit about blush, or at least found one that you're like, maybe I'll use that blush. So have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.